What's good? Welcome to a brand new year and brand new season of Showbiz, where I bring you nothing but the best in entertainment, lifestyle, and pop culture. To host you, my name is Bwalya, and today I am very excited because my guest is the most happening fashion designer right now. Her name is Kasonde Nkole. I'll be chatting with her in a bit, so stay tuned. I'll be right back. You are still watching Showbiz, and I made mention that I'll be chatting with the most happening fashion designer. So her name is Kasonde Nkole. Kasonde, welcome to the show.
Thank you. The most happening.
The most happening. I mean, we see you on social media. We see you making the waves, making the noise. I mean, like this is nice. This is awesome.
Thank you for having me.
How have you been?
I've been okay. We're
Happy
getting
New
started
Year.
with the year. Happy New Year. So we're getting busy, but it's good.
It's good, yeah. Before we get into the nitty-gritties of the show, I'd like to congratulate you for being part of the 15,000 people that were selected?
The 5,000 people selected.
5,000, actually not 15, so 5,000 under the TIF Entrepreneurship Program.
Yes, thank
That's
you.
the Tony Elumelu Foundation.
Yes.
Wow, that was amazing.
It
Congratulations.
was, thank you.
How many were you at first?
At first, yes, we were 1,500,000.
Wow.
Then, no, actually it was 400,000 entrepreneurs who applied for the program. Then along the way, they were trimming down the numbers according to your performance and how you're meeting the deadlines and doing the quizzes and everything. So the first cut went to 15,000. Who pitched? Because it was a phase of learning how entrepreneurship works, pitching, business plan, writing. So 15,000 made it to pitching phase.
Oh,
so from 15,000,
again, they had to
it's
cut
trimmed
down
to 5,000,
5,000.
those who are given the grant.
Okay, so
it was
you
huge.
made it to
I made it.
5,000. So you're getting the grant.
Did, yes.
How much? How much?
It's $5,000.
Wow. Amazing.
So across Africa. So when we started the program, I mean, we were almost going to get like 100,000 kwacha. But you know, the dollar went down. But we're still going to make use of the money for the business.
How did that make you feel?
Wow, I love challenges. Throughout my growth process, in whatever I do, I like to try out things. I may not have someone to mentor me into going through the process, but I'll just start. I believe God, yes. For me, I believe that whatever I do, God is involved. So when I started the Tony Elumelu Foundation, I applied in 2020. I got to know about it in 2019. Then I applied in 2020. I was selected, but that was the time COVID hit. Then it was suspended for that year. Then they pushed us to 2021. So 2021 was a combination of two different cohorts for 2020 and 2021. So when I started, I was like, I'm just going to start. Whatever happens, I'm in it for the money, yes, but what is of much impact to me as a business person and an entrepreneur is who Zambian is. The teachings we're going to learn through that. There's what they call the TOU way, which is the Tony Elumelu way. Like, how has he done his journey into becoming a banker, buying the bank, and it being UBA that we know now, which is in almost every country in Africa. It's in London. UBA, He's the founder, the CEO for UBA, Tony Elumelu Foundation.
Am I late to apply? I saw the application.
Actually, you're not late, because the
After
application is from January to March. So you still have time, and the application, it will take you a day to apply. So I think just go on the platform, sign up, and start the process. Okay,
now let me just take you back a little bit. So how did you know about this program, and what is it all about, and how did you finally decide to apply? Yes.
I knew about it in 2019, I think through social media. Then UBA had organized an information session in 2019 where they brought up different entrepreneurs who've benefited from the program before to just speak about how they benefited, how the process was for them. So it's a program for African entrepreneurs where they empower African entrepreneurs financially, mentally. They mentor you through the whole business process. We are all doing different things, but if you're going to be an entrepreneur, what problem have you
solved?
What problem have you discovered in your community? What solution are you going to give to that? So you're learning through all that.
So you might be solutions.
What solution are you bringing to the environment? What social impact does your business have? Whatever we are doing, there's a social impact somewhere, but you have to figure it out as an entrepreneur, because you came up with the idea, you came up with that solution that you are going to bring out to the community. So it's just about giving that opportunity to business, to young entrepreneurs in Africa, to help them from idea stage. Actually, it's not for existing businesses.
Oh, from idea stage.
Yes.
Oh, wow,
so even those, if your business is not registered, you can still apply. But through the process, you need, by the time you're getting to the pitching stage, you'd have at least registered your business.
Registered.
Yeah, your idea, you can register it before you get the grant.
Okay.
So it's a very good opportunity. All you need is your dedication, your time, and your data. We spend time on social media, YouTube, TikTok now. It's your bundles. So why can't you spend that bundle to empower yourself?
Something that's worth it. Interesting. Now, did you have the hope of being selected when you just applied, or the moment you were accepted?
Yeah.
Did you have that hope?
I didn't. I'm a doubting Thomas. I start things, I know I'm going to get it, but I always doubt at times. Well, because I knew it was in phases. So I was like, I'll be taking each stage that comes at a time. I won't try to go ahead of me and say, let me do the pitching. So I was going step by step. I did the modules because there's a platform we're logging into where you read modules and do quizzes. I was like, I need to just qualify from this stage. I was just putting on my best in each stage that I get at. Before I knew it, I was on the pitching stage. I'm supposed to submit a video of me pitching. I was just like, am I really here? I didn't even imagine I was even going to pitch, because the numbers were huge, and it's across Africa. It's not just Zambia. Wow. So I'm looking at it. I'm not competing. I'm amongst my fellow Zambians. It's Africa as a continent. So it was so competitive, but I told myself I'll do what I can now. And they even used to tell us that when you do those information sessions with them, do your best and pray over it.
Wow, they're advising you to pray.
They're saying, pray over it, because you're a lot. Everyone wants to get a piece of this cake. But just pray over it, do what you can, and do your best. Always meet deadlines. And what I noticed, people would want to wait to submit things last minute.
On the last minute.
And you know how internet works and technology. If the portal is overwhelmed, if people trying to submit nothing works. It even crashes. So people are trying to submit things last minute. No, it's not working. It has crashed. But I mean, why do you wait last minute? So some of them have even been disqualified just at that phase, because they were not able to submit certain things at the deadline. Then once the deadline passes, then gone. So just be disciplined, keep time, submit on time, and just do whatever you can. The rest just happens.
Wow. And now we get to the part where you were shortlisted now to the 15,000.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
I was nervous to pitch, because the 15,000 were the ones who are going to pitch for the business plan now. I was nervous to pitch. I don't know how many videos I did in my phone to just choose one which I was going to submit. For me to just choose one which I was going to submit. Do
you get to show some sort of reference maybe as you're pitching?
Not really. It's about you knowing.
Just convincing them.
You knowing your business. Yeah. Have you done your market research? Your clientele, what is your value proposition? All that. How do you make your money? How do you create revenue?
Sounds like this new Kweza show. It's nice.
Yes. I enjoyed watching Kweza, because I was like, why didn't I apply for Kweza? So it was interesting. It was almost the same things that we are learning through Tony Illumine Foundation, and seeing it in Zambia now. I think I'm excited. I hope they do it again, so more entrepreneurs get on board.
Very soon.
So it is almost like that, but more on the theory side of it, then you just do the pitching.
Oh, nice, interesting. And now you finally made it to 5,000.
5,000. I screamed when I did
5,000, getting the $5,000.
Yes.
So how long does it take for the money to finally come in?
No, the money came in already. That was like last year. So the money, the first batch of people even got their money before some of us. And I just got mine this year, and some are still collecting, because about you submitting your documents also in time.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So there are certain documents you're supposed to submit before you get the funds.
So what has all this experience taught you, especially that you're a self-taught fashion designer?
I think we always wait for people to push us. In as much as we need mentors, we need people to motivate us. Be your own mentor. Push yourself to do things. For me, I think one thing that has really brought me to this stage, even being a self-taught designer, is that I've always tried to do things
on your own.
On my own, and I would work with what I have within my means. We always try to go for the bigger cakes, but work with what you have. And if you work with what you have, as an entrepreneur in the Zambian setup, Zambian economy, you may not, if you try to wait for people, you may not get where you want to go. You always keep waiting for that opportunity, but the people say opportunity favors the prepared. You might wait for opportunity, but if you're not prepared to get that opportunity, it will pass you by. Yeah. So I think as an entrepreneur, what I've learned throughout the process is just take that risk. And you may not be you will never be qualified for any opportunity, but just go for it.
And there's no perfect time.
No, there's no perfect time. In that process, you are going to learn and grow. And because I know being self-taught, we just started as a hobby. So as a hobby, then it ventures into an enterprise, a business.
Yeah.
We don't. Through such opportunities, we are learning what an entrepreneur is, who is an entrepreneur, what you need to do to grow your business, how to take advantage of the market opportunities around you, and how you're just going to grow it. Whatever you do, whatever sector you're in, it's so vast for you to learn from.
Wow. And now let's get to your design career now as a fashion designer, especially now that there's so much growth, so much transformation and recognition. How's that going? I mean, tell me about some of the transformations that are currently happening at Kasonde Designs.
Transformations, making it sound so big.
It's big.
Well, I've been so selfish with my business. I've always worked alone. I'm sure that you know. I've never had any help from anyone. Being self-taught, I've had a certain way of how I do my things.
And you
so
manage.
Through the process of the Tony Elumelu Foundation, I've now come to a stage where I'm going to hire 2 ladies to help me. So that's the biggest growth I'm like embracing right now, where I'm going to now be an employer and employ people. So through that, through that, we learned how we can identify people who are going to help you grow your business. Because that's one thing. If you're going to start a business, you can do as much on your own, but if you want it to grow into an enterprise, you can't do it alone, because you get overwhelmed, you cancel orders, and you don't feel good when you cancel people. Saying, I can't take your order because I'm busy, I'm fully booked. But I'm at a stage now where I'm going to now grow my capacity with 2 extra hands.
To meet deadlines.
Yes, to meet deadlines, to get more orders than I'm getting now. So that means that I'll be able to cater for twice the number of people who was scattering before, and we'll be able to make more money, because it's about making money. In the rest, we're making money and saving people. And
make sure that 5,000 doubles.
Yes. So I'm at that stage where I'm now going to have more hands helping make the business grow. So which is something I've really put off for so many years. People just tell me, why don't you just do it? But I think it's at the right time. You don't force such moves in a business. When you feel in your spirit that, okay, this is the right time, I'm doing it, and I've connected with the right people, then you go for it and do it.
And also, you're one of the designers that has been relevant. I mean, ever since you came on the scene, I mean, you've been consistent over the years. So what has helped you, to be this consistent?
I think because I love what I'm doing. I love that something that someone saw in me when I was 15 has turned into something that I'm living for. I'm a lawyer, but I'm not even excited to go to Ziali. I want to just go and do my master's and maybe do something else. But I still want to do fashion. I still want to do fashion. I feel I can do this anytime. I can do this when I'm not even maybe making that much money for me. I'll still do it. So I think it's about me doing what it's a passion, a talent, something that I've grown to love over the years.
It's become a part of you.
Yes, it's a part of me. So I think that helps me to be consistent and satisfying the clients, the clientele, giving people what they want, giving it to them on time, and not disappointing people. Just trying to keep a good record and reputation for the business has helped me to be consistent. And always, just like I said, trying out different things at different times, and just trying to grow your capacity, doing different programs. Like I also did a program with Academy for Women Entrepreneurs last year, which was funded by the American Embassy and Awe and Bongo Hive. So all those things help you change your mindset as a business. It's not just about you doing the work and making the money. And no, we need to also learn the business side of our business. We do the business, but you do the business side. So once you learn all that and you start implementing that in the business, it helps you to be consistent and
so just it's not just about making clothes and selling them out.
So there's so much to it that we need to learn as entrepreneurs, and if you want to make the fashion industry to be able to contribute to the economy of the country, we need to get to that point where it's not just about me saving 10 clients in a week, in a month or something like that.
Yeah.
But you need to think large, think into a business kind of way. Like if I make this corporation as a designer in Zambia, what are the benefits for the community, for the country at large, not just for me. So I think that helps us. And if you have a passion, it's your talent, you love it, you'll be consistent.
Yeah.
There are challenges, yes, but we don't talk about them.
Yeah. You've mentioned about making the country also benefit
Yes.
to this. I mean, appreciating the economy. But then let's talk about how much this industry is underappreciated in Zambia. Because I feel like it's not really appreciated the way it should.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I would not really say for now, the narrative is changing than when I started. 2014, yeah, we're just starting newbies, to teaching ourselves. But for now, we see more people buying into the Zambia fashion industry. It's not at the stage where it's supposed to be at yet.
Yeah.
We still have a long way to go. But we as designers, we are now appreciating because we are penetrating the markets.
Yeah.
We are now at a point where people are getting married. Brides, groomsmen would buy locally made
I was
suits.
about to ask that. Now you're into gowns, you make wedding gowns.
Yes, we make wedding gowns.
Suits.
Yeah, we make suits, you make everyday to wear clothing. It's not just about someone making a dress for one day or one event. People are now buying into it. They're trusting Zambian designers to make. A wedding is a big thing. For me, I always take that as a privilege. When a bride says, I want you to make my wedding gown, that's big, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's not easy for someone to trust you. People would rather buy it online, buy it from China or go to SA or buy it from, but when they are trusting us now, it means that they are buying into it. We are not there yet when it comes to ready-to-wear clothing. It's tough.
Yeah.
When you do ready-to-wear pieces, it's tough. Custom-made is where the money is.
Yeah. But are we going to see something like this in the near future, where we're going to see like a Slater design showroom? You know?
Yeah. I think we are getting there. Now that people are trusting us with custom-made, they'll trust us with ready-to-wear, where you do a whole collection and you just have a showroom and people are just coming to buy already made sizes. Then that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm praying for that time where we'll be able to do ready-to-wear pieces and people just come in and buy. Yeah.
Interesting. And now your brand also thrives through collaboration. I think over the years we've seen you collaborate with Kabaso.
Yes.
You guys make a very good team. We've seen you do run fashion shows. We've seen you do nice marketing strategies. Just to tell me about that.
I started in 2014. I met Kabaso in 2016. Though we became close, I think, end of 2018 somewhere. I don't even know how we became close. I can't explain it. I don't think you can explain it either. Then 2019, we decided to do a show together. I think I gave him the idea, why don't you do Zambia Fashion Week together? Because I think we started giving each other business since he's more into the men's clothing and the women's clothing. I was like, let's do a show. Let's do a wedding collection. And I think that was the beginning of our partnership and collaboration. So it's been very helpful. I feel like most of the time we always want to do things me as Kasonde, not as Moses. I don't want your name to come out when you do a project. I just want my name to be the one which is more pronounced. But once you work with a fellow creative, I've learned so much working with Kaso over the years, which I might not have learned if I was doing it alone. And I've had different opportunities. I've had a different set of clienteles that have because of the collaboration that we've done together. So I feel, was it yesterday I was listening to news, the minister said he would want to see young people form companies. You can't form a company alone. You need your fellow creative, you need your fellow accountant, your fellow dancer or whatever you do. You need partnerships to grow. Most of the bigger businesses, just even around the world, they are not formed by one person. So I feel my partnership and collaboration with Kabaso it shows that you can work with someone and get along and make the money. Don't be selfish. The market is wide. We don't have the capacity to get everyone. So you need each other's creativity, each other's strengths, and feed on that because we've both identified what we're good at and we are both trying to feed into each other's strengths.
Nice, interesting. Looks like this career is really going somewhere.
It is.
And now I'll take you back. You mentioned about you being a lawyer. Do you ever plan to use your degree?
I get that question a lot. I can't say I'm not going to use it because I'm on air. Mom would kill me. Why did you go to law school and not do it? I do. I'm supposed to go to Ziale, but I thought let me do my master's. Then I'll go to Ziale, Because Ziale means I might not do my business. because it's a whole full-time thing.
So
yeah,
I see why you're delaying.
Yeah, not that I'm delaying because I would have gone already, but it's me battling between leaving something I've already built to this stage, then trying to do something else. But
Nziale is something else.
Yeah.
I mean, was it last year when only one person?
Yeah, she was
made
recently admitted. Was it on the 15th, 16th?
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So
Okay,
it's interesting, but I'll still do it. I'll still do it. So I'll do my masters first. I'm believing that by the time I'm finishing with my masters, I would have formed a structure where I can not really be 100% in, but still be over the whole running of the business, but still do my school and balance up both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want one thing to die for me to grow my other passion. So
yeah,
yeah,
very true.
Yeah, so
Very
but
true.
I'll still do it.
Okay. So now
Eventually.
after wishing you were the best on that. Now, after achieving so much, what would you tell that little Kasonde that was just once a dreamer?
I wish she started early.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
you did start early.
No, I became a designer when I was in 15, when I was in grade 9. Then I remember talking to one of then designers, someone I knew. She was young, so she started quite early. The response I got wasn't that for a young girl who's just leaving high school.
Yeah.
Then someone to tell you that you're not that, but you're supposed to see that talent and groom it.
Yeah,
So it took me, I think, almost 5 years for me to start doing it. Because I had to go do law, then started working. I saw now, oh, there's YouTube, I can learn from YouTube. Then that's how it started. So I wish she started early. But I'm glad she still started. She didn't give up on it.
Yeah. So had you started early, there was not going to be any room for you to study law?
They would have, I think. They would have, because at some point, I ended up balancing 3 things at once.
Okay.
So I think they would have.
Okay.
I believe there would have been room for me to do that.
Okay.
But anyway, eventually she started, so I'm glad she did.
Oh, wow, okay. And now what should we look out for this throughout the year from Kaslita?
This year I'm more focused on growing the brand, since I'm going to bring in more people in the business. I'm focused on us having that capacity to give people exactly what they want on time and not compromising on anything. Because we've read stories of people growing, but the people they bring in end up drawing them back instead of going forward. So I'm looking forward to a time this year where I'm going to be bigger than I was. There are more hands on the business. We shouldn't go back. I'm sure she gave her one of the tailors. I've heard those stories. No, I took these big designers, but they ruined my outfit. I'm sure she gave one of the tailors. So I'm trying to
avoid
this year.
all that.
This year it's about grooming the girls I'm going to be working with, making them not be me.
Strong,
not be me, but
just be
yes,
good in the
but just be
crafts.
good and being consistent in our service. I would not want to see a point where now that you've grown the service is now going backwards instead of it going forward. So it's about growing the brand and making it stronger and still be consistent with our service delivery and perfection, and also growing in different crafts.
Interesting. And now it looks like your work ethic sounds really, really good.
Thank you.
What would you advise, especially young designers out there? I don't want to specifically say girls, but even men. These are the things we see on social media where somebody just starts a few months, you hear, oh no, they have maybe 10 employees. Oh no, I no longer design now. It's just it's just the employees what would be your advice to them?
Well, I know a lot of designers who don't tell her their own things. So it's about discovering what you're good at and what you think is going to work for you. We cannot all have the same way of how the way Kasonde did it, then you can also do it the same way. No, you can start a different way and also still just make it succeed. If it's your passion, you're passionate about it, you love what you're doing, you are there to save, because we save people. People come to us and we give them a service. You are there to save people, you are going to give them what they want. Just be consistent. Discover your strength and work on it, make it grow. Don't try to do, we try to do everything. I tell people I don't make suits. I don't make suits, I don't do men's things. I might do it at some point, but now my strength is women's clothing, children's clothing. So I think I made sure I identified what I was good at and I made it grow and perfected it. Then maybe I can get into other things. But so if you are good at everything,
Go
do
ahead
it.
and do it.
But if you're not good at everything, just focus on what you're good at, make it grow. You succeed in that.
Yeah. All right, and lastly, do you have any words of encouragement to any young girl out there or young boy watching you right now and they really look up to you and wants to be like you one day?
That seems like a whole lot of expectation. Oh, okay. I feel God has blessed everyone of us with talents. And for me, I always say school is important, yes. Get an education. I'm not just a designer. I'm a lawyer. I'm still pursuing my master's. So don't just be too comfortable with your talent. There's a different mindset that you get when you have an education to your enterprise or to your business. So discover your talent, work at it, and make it grow for you to use it as a business and turn your talent into a paycheck because it will be paying you. So just discover your talent, work within your means, like I mentioned earlier. We always expect people to do things for us, but people will not really come to you. So if you make things work for yourself, and people then will come to you. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. All right, Kasonde, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure hosting you, wishing you all the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
All right, so there you have it. I hope you've learned one or two things. You've heard turn your talent into a paycheck. Yeah, so that was Kasonde Nkole, a fashion designer and a professional lawyer, by the way, pursuing her master's, by the way. So this has been Showbiz. My name is Bwalya. This is where I get to wrap up the show. So, au revoir.